Yeah, I do want to start with the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Sad news. Saddest mostly for his children. Um, I I don't do obituaries very well. I never saw him work the stage, but I've seen him in a lot of movies and a lot of film. And I thought he was, like I've read today, one of the greatest actors of his generation. I agree with that. Just, wow. But drug addiction gets another one. It's just a shame. And again, for his kids, who I think were 10, 7, and 5 or something, and his partner Mimi, what a sad, sad thing to find him with a needle still in his arm. Philip Seymour Hoffman dead at age 46, and I'm sure the right-wing cockroaches will have all sorts of hate-filled comments to make about it. Just like they did about these conservative wackos. I don't think there's anything that doesn't disturb them. No, let me rephrase that. Everything disturbs them unless it is extreme right-wing politically, or very, very heterosexual, or very, very jingoistically Caucasian American, or very right-wing religion. Did I say that? Here's an example. Molly is, once again this year, she's in her process of selling Girl Scout cookies. I don't know if you're aware of this, but these filthy, stinking right-wing nuts are calling for a boycott of Girl Scout cookies. Why? Because the Girl Scout group linked to an article endorsing Wendy Davis as a candidate for Woman of the Year. And why not? Along with all sorts of other women. But these filthy, stinking Republican right-wingers, this is what gets me. Philip Seymour Hoffman is dead, and Glenn Beck and his slimy ilk continue to live. And somebody like Dick Cheney can get a heart when he wants a heart. And, I'm aware of the old saying, the good die young, but it's ridiculous. So the Girl Scouts shared a link on December 18th to a Huffington Post article titled, "These Are the Women Who Dominated 2013." And that was on the Girl Scouts official Twitter account. The article in Huffington Post said, among other things, this: the ladies in contention ran the gamut from Beyonce to Wendy Davis to the millions of intelligent women airing their views on Twitter. But one name that continued to pop up was the woman who many described to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, youth activist Malala Yousafzai. That was a woman who was the young girl who was splashed with, no, she was shot in the head because she wanted to go to school. Now, Wendy Davis, the Democratic state senator, is a target for these filthy, disgusting, half-human Republicans after she led that 13-hour filibuster against the Texas anti-abortion bill. The Girl Scouts then posted a link December 30th to a Washington Post article that headlined 7 women who made a difference in 2013 that included U.S. Health Secretary Catherine Sebelius. Well, that was enough for pieces of human trash like Glenn Beck and Limbaugh and the rest of this filth. The organization Pro-Life Waco in that sewer that has become Texas, John Pisciata, he's the head of Pro-Life Waco. And he said, quote, "The Girl Scouts were once a truly amazing organization, but has been taken over by ideologues of the left, and regular folks just will not stand for it." And this degenerate woman on Fox, this Megyn Kelly, this ferociously facial surgeried woman, Megyn Kelly, hosted a panel to discuss the boycott. These people are so rancid, so rotten, right down to their very core. And then this website run by a corpse, the Breitbart News, helped the anti-abortion activist publicize his call for a boycott of the Girl Scouts' major annual fundraising drive, which is what Girl Scout Cookies is all about. So a website run by the people who still idolize this dead man, this corpse, and then Megyn Kelly, who's had more facial surgery than any 10 women who are aging and not aging well, and then Beck and the rest of these swine. The boycott is just the latest effort by these conservative filth to marginalize the Girl Scouts for the Girl Scouts' support of perceived liberal causes, including the policy in the Girl Scouts on transgender members and its promotion of feminist role models and so on and so forth. Now, this is the only place that I disagree with the Girl Scouts on this whole issue, and I can see why they did this. Last Wednesday, the Girl Scouts responded to the call for a boycott by apologizing on its blog. The Girl Scout website blog said, quote, "To be clear, Girl Scouts has not endorsed any person or organization. I wait for the day that, and I hope it happens, some of these filthy bastards may outlive me, but as these pigs drop one by one, I think the air is cleaner. I think the political process has a better chance to succeed. I think the rational causes of liberalism have a better chance. But as long as they're out there spreading their filth. Now, here's what happened as a result of the Girl Scout uproar. A California man this is from Crooks and Liars, a California man was taken into custody over the weekend after he pulled a gun on a little Girl Scout who was selling cookies. Right? The Riverside County Sheriff's Coroner's Office said that the father of the girl's a minor, the father contacted authorities after he saw this Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh idealizing thug, 59-year-old John Dodrill, point a gun at his daughter when she was trying to sell cookies door to door on Sunday. The press release from the Sheriff's Department said, quote, "When the victim knocked on the suspect's door, he opened the door and pointed a gun at her," end quote. This filthy Beck lover was taken into custody for suspected assault with a deadly weapon. His firearm was confiscated as evidence. And of course, the Girl Scouts, like I just said, have recently come under fire from these filthy, subhuman pieces of waste that walk around dressed like you and me, but they're not human, because linking articles and talking about Wendy Davis. So, I read stuff like this, and I wonder how did this happen? Why does this Christian God, this sick son of a bitch that they have elevated to God status, why does he let these swine keep living? Huh? You were going to say something about the Girl Scout thing?
Well, no, actually, I have to play music, but
Oh.
I was just going to say I think I'm going to start arming my troop with tasers.
Yeah, you might as well. Usually when Molly goes out to sell Girl Scout cookies, Kathy will go with her, and I'll go along, and I usually sit in the car and play Angry Birds, and as they move through the neighborhood, I follow. And let me state publicly that I will not hold myself accountable. The authorities will, but I will not hold myself accountable if somebody ever points a firearm at my 9-year-old who's selling Girl Scout cookies. For the record, we'll be right back.